So let's count down game number 1 here of your first semifinals matchup between Rhubarb and Noah. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris TM. And we are off. $22,800 points for both players. That means they have one Tetris. And Rhubarb actually is going to score the second Tetris first. Noah didn't get Tetris ready there, but it is now. And Rhubarb can't score with that same bar, so you know, it works out. But Rhubarb takes one here. About a little bit of an early lead here just from stacking variants. Of course, Noah had to fight his way through the Beeple Monk bracket to get here. Tetris there for Noah, Tetris there for Rhubarb. This the blue bracket was a Beeple Monker stacked bracket. Noah had to get through Ansel in the first round and then Obelix in the second. I mean, technically keeps it here because Rhubarb is in Beeple Monk, but is not a Beeple Monker. The winner of this matchup will go on to the next round to face the winner of Blue Scuti and Zafania Nenu. Nice little S-spin there for Rhubarb. Hi, Wallbant. I have to shoot you a DM today or tonight. Because I don't know if you were here for it. Well, my mic was scuffed anyways. Both players just vibing. Rhubarb will take some burns here to lower the stack down. Noah does have an early lead, about 2 Tetrises. Tetris here for Rhubarb, just shy of a 1 Tetris lead, but Noah's going to take one there for himself. Think of the 237,000 points through 52 lines. Rhubarb's stack kind of falling apart here just a wee bit. That is okay. It's still early. Noah opening up about a 3 Tetris lead, just shy of 1. Of course, I hope everyone's looking forward to this coming weekend. I know I cannot wait for tomorrow. Hey, it's Friday and work is always busy, but we also have Resident Evil 4 remake coming out, and which is, you know, it's a good year when remakes, like full remakes of 2 of my favorite games ever made, come out. I still haven't finished Dead Space remake, but that's okay. You know why it's okay? Because I've been focusing on doing some watching and commentating on some amazing Tetris, just like you're seeing here tonight. Beautiful adjustment there. Didn't rotate the T, so Rhubarb could tuck the Z underneath it. The Z piece. Nah, I don't like saying that. It makes me think of League of Legends or something. Anyways, Rhubarb had a little bit of a suffer here to start things off. 288,000 points through 84 lines. Noah, though, with this Tetris here, will go up to 424 through 90 lines. So Noah on a pretty good game here. I mean, I'd argue true. But, Noah looking just to be shy of 500k here. About a touch shy of 500k at 100 lines. Which is, or a couple touches shy, math hard. But yeah, it's a really solid game. And Tetris there for Noah, 478. But now it does have a little bit of a holy stack. Taking some burns now to lower this down. I can imagine, you know, having 24 lines left. You have plenty of time, but you You have to be cognizant. Noah takes the Tetris here, and we'll take a double. Gets the T-spin, 115 lines, and takes another double. Rhubarb sitting at 430, a few Tetrises behind. And they're about the same line count, so it really, it comes down to if Rhubarb's able to score Tetrises here while Noah's down stacking, which Noah is only one row dirty now with 8 lines to the transition. Tetris for Rhubarb, 477, so Rhubarb's still gonna get, still could get transition just above 500k. We're both at 129 lines, and now it's about just a Tetris and change game here for Noah. And Noah's going to transition at 540. Rhubarb holding out for the bar transitions, though, with the singles at 501. Tetris for both. So 525 to 588. Another Tetris here for Rhubarb. Noah does take another one here, and Rhubarb's going to take it here. So Noah's slightly ahead in the piece sequence here, but only ahead by about 2 Tetrises. So I guess it does kind of make sense if you're ahead in the piece sequence, you're probably going to be ahead more Tetris-wise, because you have to score a little bit faster to get there, and Tetrises are some of the fastest ways to score, or the fastest way to score. But Noah getting into a little bit of a predicament here, should be fine, gets the Tetris, helps lower the stack down immensely, and takes this triple here to open up the hole and the middle of the stack. But now I have to do a little bit more work. Rhubarb down by just under a Tetris now, but Noah's clean and open up on the right side. Does have to cover it though for a delayed burn. Rhubarb not Tetris ready yet. Now bar dependent column 1 as well. It's going to just be a down stacking scenario. A little bit of a challenge here in terms of trying to get efficiency with this down stacking, because you don't want to get high enough where it actually becomes an issue. Keeping this center open, but it does have to cover it in. Tetris for Noah to go to 753. Rhubarb though not far behind, still about 2.5, 3 Tetrises, but down stacking, that's not going to burn anything. Rhubarb is getting up high now. And these burn placements, they're smart, they're brilliant burns. It's just, they add on an extra 4 or 5 lines each time that you have to clear. Oh, barely getting that over. Rhubarb definitely playing with everyone's emotions here in this down stacking scenario. Bar dependent column 3 gets the bar over, but doesn't really have a good place for that Z piece. A little bit of a Z burst there. No good places for those 2 squares. Still burns it down. At the mercy of the game, gets an L piece. Noah now almost 200,000 points in the lead. It's not over, but it's getting pretty close to being insurmountable without some serious 29 runs. And Rhubarb would have to even just have a good enough board there. Like, these are good burns, it's just they're not good for pace. Survival burns, they're great, but yeah, there wasn't really anything Rhubarb could do there. Those just kept prolonging the dig. So Noah at 940 is going to get heart number 1. GG's. So your seed will be F1 like the racing. Oh, well, misdrops there for Noah. So let's count down game number 2, folks. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. we're booling, we're vibing. I don't even know if people say that anymore. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of funny things to say that keep going in the early stages when nothing interesting really happens. There's some clean stacking here. Rhubarb playing perfect through 20 lines. Ooh, officially changing his name on the ELO sheets. Fancy. Next thing you're going to tell me is O's name is now O on them. Rhubarb sets up the T-spin and hits it beautifully. And Tetris here to go to... Did you actually change Garbage Egg the Niner? Oh, that's goated, Pumpy. Yeah, Rhubarb 205,000 through 36 lines. Tetris here to go to 228 through 40. Little misdrop there for Noah. This is going to lead to 3 burn lines. Heavens, not 3 burn lines in the game of Tetris. Well, it makes a big difference when your opponent is going perfect through the first 48, or has gone perfect through the first 48. And another Tetris here for Rhubarb, 52 lines and 296,000 points, making up for the eternal hell that Rhubarb suffered in the last game with all the digging on 19 speeds. And Tetris here, 60 lines, 342,000 points. Noah was checking something and misdropped. And Rhubarb does take the first burns of the game. 63 lines in. Takes a Tetris here. We'll be forced to take another 2 burns. I don't think it's the end of the world taking 5 whole burns because you're at 69 lines. Hey now. Tetris here for Rhubarb. 395 through 73. Like, if you're gonna have to take the burns, take burns that get you to a nice line count. Ooh, that single was sexy. Speaking of sexy, 420,000 points is the score for Rhubarb at 80 lines. So still pretty efficient here. Noah, though, now about 100,000 points down. Had a nice Vitz there. And Tetris for Rhubarb, 488, 389, just shy of 100,000 point lead for Rhubarb. It was also 6 lines in the future. Welcome in, Colin. Tetris here for Rhubarb again. 511 through 96 lines. A very decent game for Rhubarb, I might add. Gets 2 bars to fill in the 2 bar dependencies there on the stack. And Tetris here for Rhubarb. 534. Noah takes the Tetris here. You go to 458. They both score Tetrises with that same bar. Unfortunately, they won't be able to score with the next one. Oh, and Rhubarb covers well as soon as the bar comes. Tetris here for Rhubarb. 581. Oh no. Rhubarb indecision. I think realizes the pace that he had there. And it might have been just enough to have been distracting. I worry that was the case. It still squeaked out the 700k transition there, but the 700k transition's dead. Now you just need to survive. Get this board down and hope you get 600k. And Noah is caught up and is now in the lead. at 598. And Rhubarb transition 603. So Noah now in the lead, takes the Tetris into the transition 623. So Rhubarb having over 100,000 point lead, not even 20 lines ago. Lost it. Shows how, just a little bit of slowdown adds up a lot when you're playing against very competent players. I mean, Noah, no slouch. And Classic Tetris League, our friends over there. Thank you, Ian Keith, with the raid. Party of 48, welcome in, homies, and other friends over there. I'm sure you're coming from CTL, y'all know who this is, but this is some Challenger Circuit. Ooh, misdrop there of the L piece, and dead drop on the stack. Noah's gonna have to get some perfect rolls here, and that bar hangs. So Rhubarb needs to chase down 680. Okay, and Rhubarb did it. Oops, now he gave the heart to Noah. So we are tied at 1 apiece. And we have readies from both players. So let's count down game number 3. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we are off. And Noah getting high up here. He's going to bar to help lower the stack and should be good here. While Rhubarb's still just kind of scoring. And gets another Tetris here. Noah will have to kind of keep, burning or building up a little bit of a nice down stacking situation. And now it's open up on the right side. Thank God Noah did not top out there. Definitely can't afford to have, gifts like that exchanged in challengers. But Noah getting a little high up here. A real good place for these squares. It opens up the right side now, just waiting for the bar to come. And come it does! And Tetris for Noah and gets another one. Rhubarb just have to open up that bar dependency, column 5. And Noah, a couple missteps there. Ooh, but Rhubarb also. I don't know if that's what Rhubarb really wanted there, but it's going to work out. They're both in a little bit of a burning situation there at the same time, so it's not going to really hinder either's pace relative to each other. It could have been a much worse situation for sure. So yeah, let's give a score update to these players as we're just over halfway through the pre-transition play. Rhubarb's sitting at 274,000 points. Noah sitting at 197 through 69 lines. Hey now. Oh, trying to build it out. 3 bars in a row. Puts up the right side though. Gets the bar for the Tetris. And Tetris will be scored there for Noah, going to 225,000 points. Rhubarb scores one here to go to 321. So about a 100,000 point game here, but it's closer than the score indicates for sure. And definitely players kind of playing very even. Rhubarb was just able to get off to an early score lead. Tetris here for Noah. See, it just really opened up the deficit there very quickly. Oh, Noah hangs that J. Oh, and hangs that bar. Can get out of this without needing to get something over there, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, he takes the Tetris instead of filling the dependency. It doesn't go for the line spin solve. Instead, it'll spin the Z piece into it. And now it just needs another bar to get over all the way to column 1. As if nothing happened. Tetris for Noah now, 372. The Rhubarb's 468. Luckily, Noah had just kept calm there, kept a nice composure, had a good idea of how the stack was, didn't overthink and overanalyze or underanalyze at the same point. Was able to get the bar over once it was low enough, and it all worked out. Rhubarb taking the triple there to stay safe. 520,000 points for Rhubarb. 443 is the transition score for Noah. 544 is the transition score for Rhubarb, so 100,000 point lead going into 19. So we'll see if kind of even scoring stays consistent through your 19 play here as well. Ooh, nice tuck for Rhubarb and a Tetris to 595. Ooh, nose board not looking so hot here. Needs a bar any second now. Some good burns here. And the bar for the Tetris there for Noah. Just in the nick of time. And this split triple will also be helpful. The Rhubarb 675 with Noah's 535. Opening up a little bit of a larger lead now. Not a huge gaping lead by any means, but it could definitely spiral into something much worse. Something that's very close to what we saw in game 1. But that's still a while away. Noah not going for the spin there and still going to play one row dirty. Ooh, hangs the bar in column 3 instead of getting it to column 2. Takes the Tetris instead of filling the dependency. He really commits to the bit there. $120,000 point lead here for Rhubarb. Tetris for Noah. The bar will be coming for Rhubarb any second now. And we're getting high. Bar not coming, and the bar is right there when he tops out. So Rhubarb at 818 will get heart number 2, and it is a game and a match point. We have readies from both players for game number 4, so let's count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I think we're gonna have ourselves a decider here, let's be honest. It'd be nice. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna root for it because that's wrong to beat when you're supposed to be unbiased. But the more Tetris, the better, I always say, and the decider is the most Tetris you can get out of a single set. Pretty close game here. Both players, and I'm kind of getting into a little bit of similar situations, having to burn. It is allowed for Noah to open up about Tetris and change lead though. Rhubarb scores the Tetris here, Noah scores the Tetris here. 160,000 points to 215. Noah just having a very strong opener here. Despite both of them burning at roughly the same time, it just kind of slightly favoring Noah. Noah bar dependent now, does fill it in and just waiting for another bar to score Tetris. Nice little adjustment there with that S piece. Tetris for Noah, sitting at 242, about 2 Tetris lead. Not quite, but almost a 2 Tetris lead. Tetris here for Noah, the past the 300,000 point mark at 72 lines. Rhubarb sitting at a nice 69 lines. Just a slight difference in the sequence, but not so slight difference in the score. Still about 2 Tetrises. Remember, going through a drought, so that means Noah will experience this drought very soon. Just here for Rhubarb, 314. It's up for another one and knocks it down. Tetris here for Noah, going to 368, so still about 30,000 point lead. So Tetris and a half is your differential. Might have been a misdrap there for Rhubarb. I'm not too sure. Just reading into that. 3 L's all spam to the left. Rhubarb getting high here, good burn there. Just barely surviving. Really tough situation all around. Tetris here for Noah. Rhubarb could not score with either of those bars. Tetris once again. And Tetris here for both. It is opened up now a little bit of a stronger lead for Noah. Sitting at 489. Misdrop though with that square. 12 lines before the transition. Should be able to burn out of this in time. Doesn't have much burning to do. Takes the Tetris instead of filling the dependency. 6 lines left before transitions. This double here will make it a transition with the next Tetris. As Rhubarb will transition with the next line clear. And Tetris for Rhubarb into the transition 475. Noah takes the S-spin and transitions. 521 Tetris for Noah immediately after. Bar dependent column 5 fills it in. Now just holding out for a bar for column 10 and gets the bar for the Tetris. And as does Rhubarb. Rhubarb taking the Tetris to 526. Noah 572. Ooh, but that square burst is very, very scary. Both players kind of getting into rough stack situations into late stages of level 20. And they're both getting out of it very beautifully. Just Noah is going to have to just keep burning this down. Rhubarb is open into level 22. Now they are getting droughted. So yeah, you just survived a tough situation. Congratulations, but now you're gonna have to score on top of it. And well, that was easier said than done when the pieces just don't come. Tetris for Rhubarb 610 and another Tetris here. Tetris for Noah. Oh no, Noah actually forgot to or misrotated or something. But Noah clears out of it just fine, as does Rhubarb. But that means it is a slightly closer game here now as Rhubarb takes the Tetris here to open up and going back to a traditional column 10 well at 676. Noah takes the Tetris here to pass 700,000 into level 25 at 727. Tetris here for Rhubarb. Noah unable to score with that bar. Simul Tetrises 471 to 762 make it 794. So it looks like Noah, if everything stays the same, will have a little bit of lead here into 29. Tetris for Rhubarb 776, and now it's up for another one. Tetris for Rhubarb 811 into level 27. Tetris here 838 into 27. So about Tetris. Actually under a Tetris lead here for Noah. Now bar dependent and column 3 fills it in beautifully. But we'll have to do some more burning here before Noah can start scoring. And Tetris for Noah in the level 28, 880 Rhubarb. And also level 28 at 883. Oh, we're separated by under 100 points there for just a second. Oh, this is as close as it can get without being tied. And Rhubarb Tetris is into the transition. Now at 9:59, we are off on 29 play. This is what will decide your games, folks. This is Tetris in 2023. Definitely would want to score Tetris or 2 on the 29 speeds, but at the same time, just keep managing the stacking healthily. Rhubarb 978. Not the biggest fan of those placements there, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Gets the bars over. Still down stacking this. And double flipped, I think, the J piece. Noah just 2,000 points. And is gonna force the decider. At 988. Wow. GG's though. Wow. I guess let him cook. He's already at 34. I don't have any matches after this. Finish this one out, Noah. See what you can do. Sorry if you're tired. Didn't take the single instead. I mean, I can't critique 29 stacking at all. But I feel like it would have been slightly better. But at the same time, I can't do it. I guess just shows how quick and everything, volatile everything is still on 29. Let's count down this decider in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, NES. Okay. You're not claiming it as your PBs. You're fine. Peyton just accepted it as true. I trust Gerald. Gerald is a reputable member of the Tetris community. Listen, Gerald. You've won things, okay? I'd like to think, you know, that adds a little bit of weight. Anyways, yeah, this is pretty freaking close. I mean, it's tied through 26 lines. Chris, as soon as I point that out, Noah, and a little bit of the, oh, the S piece. Oh no, the hang of the J! And that's going to be it for Noah at 139. And Rhubarb is advancing to your finals to face the winner of Nenu and Blue Scuti. Oops. So GG's Rhubarb. I mean, I guess I'll say you're the bracket winner again. Yeah, you won another bracket. Enjoy another free 40 trophies. I mean, it's not really a trophy, but you already won your bracket. I just don't have anything for semis winner. So that's you. Yeah, that's you. It was a really good set too up until that last game, which is unfortunate.